Hey guys, welcome to the video today where we're going to be discussing Cam Newton and how he affects the AFC East. Before we get started, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So before we get started, let's just take a dive into who Cam Newton is. For starters, he's a three-time Pro Bowler, one-time All-Pro member, as well as is a MVP, former first overall pick, and is a Rookie of the Year. So let's really get started into who Cam Newton is. In his best season, which was 2015, that was his MVP year, he led the Panthers to a 15-1 record by throwing for 3,800 yards and 35 touchdowns as well as 10 interceptions. That was by far his best season. But Newton is not just a sit back, throw it quarterback. He can also run the football a little bit. In 2015, he had 636 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. But over his career, he's amassed just shy of 5,000 rushing yards and 58 rushing touchdowns. So he's a dual threat quarterback. He can do it with his arm, he can do it with his legs, and he can really go all over the football field and be a dynamic player. However, the injury questions for Cam Newton have been a problem. In 2018, he missed 2 games, and last year in 2019, he missed 14 games. So in the past, Newton has really struggled with injuries, and if he's able to stay on the field, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, but more often than not, something comes his way and he gets injured. So let's go into how Cam Newton affects the Patriots offense. That's the first topic I want to cover. For starters, I don't think Cam Newton will be the immediate starter. They love Jarrett Stidham. The Patriots are absolutely in love with Jarrett Stidham, and Stidham has been on the Patriots for a little bit, meaning that he understands the system already, and therefore I think he has an advantage over Cam Newton. So just because of Stidham knowing the offense, I think he will get the start in week 1, maybe also in week 2, but Cam Newton will take it over after that. But Cam Newton gives this Patriots offense a serious player who can maybe fill the shoes of Tom Brady. Newton will have tons of weapons. I mean, this Patriots offense is very underrated. They've got Sony Michel and James White in the backfield. They've got guys like Julian Edelman, Mohamed Sanu, and last year's first-round pick N'Keal Harry as wide receivers. And also, yes, the tight end position is a little bit questionable with guys like Matt Lacoste, but they picked up Devin Asiasi as well as Dalton Keene in the draft. Plus, this O-line is one of the better O-lines in the NFL, and no one really notices that. They have Marcus Cannon, Shaq Mason, David Andrews, Joe Thuney, and Isaiah Wynn to round out that O-line. And also, don't forget they have Josh McDaniels, who's one of the better offensive minds in the NFL. Also, that defense, don't worry about that defense. It was one of the top defenses last year. It was probably actually the best defense in the NFL last year. And although they did lose guys like Kyle Van Noy, Jamie Collins, and Danny Shelton, who are big losses to that defense, they're still going to be a top 5 defense in the NFL, and there's no doubt about it. So with Jarrett Stidham on the roster and without Cam Newton, I don't think the Patriots would have made the playoffs. I think they would have gone 7-9, 8-8. But Cam Newton is the X factor. He is a home run hitter quarterback, and he automatically makes the Patriots a playoff team. He just does. Being a former MVP, if he's able to stay on the field, he has that skill set already, and he can make life really difficult for the rest of the AFC East, most notably the Buffalo Bills. So for the Buffalo Bills, it's going to be really interesting. Going into the season, they were the favorites to win the division, and I think they still are the favorites to win the division. Obviously, they went out. They have Josh Allen. They went out and got a big guy to pair next to him in Stephon Diggs, who will make that offense better. I still think the Bills' defense will probably be better than the Patriots' defense in 2020. So I think the Bills are still the favorites to win the division, but Cam Newton, if he's able to stay healthy, really gives the Bills a run for their money. But I think this really hurts the bottom teams in the AFC East, and that's the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The Jets and the Dolphins were not really favorites going into the season to win the division. Both of them are more rebuilding teams. The Dolphins look to be on the rise, as well as the Jets. They added some nice pieces in the draft, getting Mekhi Becton. But what I really think is that now I don't think the Dolphins and the Jets will have as much success against the Patriots. I don't think the Dolphins will be able to steal a few games from New England. They normally steal at least 1 game from New England each year. Last season, it was in Foxborough, but the year before that was in Miami. That was the Miracle Miami game. So I don't think the Dolphins will have as much luck really stealing some wins from the Patriots, just because Cam Newton is an X-factor quarterback who really replaces the shoes of Tom Brady. Yes, I think the Jets are going to struggle. They don't really play well against the Patriots. They haven't since Tom Brady establish himself as one of the league's best quarterbacks. But I think the Jets weren't really in a position to compete this year. I mean, I think there'll be a 4 or 5, maybe 6-win team going into 2020, and it really revolves around Sam Darnold. But really, Cam Newton really gives the Patriots a guy who can go out, can play football. He could, in theory, make them go back to the Super Bowl. If he can recapture some of that 2015 spirit, he led the Panthers to the Super Bowl. I think he can do the same thing with the Patriots. Obviously, Bill Belichick's going to take care of the defense. It's going to be one of the better defenses in the NFL. Yes, Josh McDaniels might have to be a little bit creative trying to fit Cam Newton into his scheme, but at the end of the day, Cam Newton is a home run quarterback. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league when he's healthy, and he could be a dynamic presence for this Patriots team. Plus, they got him for super, super cheap. His one-year deal only has $550,000 guaranteed, and that's of his $1.05 million base salary. And plus, he could earn up to about $5.75 million in incentives, and his max deal is $7.5 million. That's what we call a low-risk, high-reward move for the Patriots. And this is a classic Bill Belichick move. This is a classic, okay, we're going to go out and get a guy who can make a big difference, and we're going to get him for cheap because he wants to play in New England, because he wants to win football games. And that's kind of what New England's all about. They get players for cheaper because they know that they're going to win in New England. And that's part of the reason why Cam Newton agreed to sign in New England. If it had been any other spot, I don't think Newton would have been, okay, yeah, I'm going to go sign here for $7.5 million, because at the end of the day, his talents are worth a lot more than that. Also, I think another factor was that it's this deep in free agency. Only Bill Belichick can get away with it. I mean, tons of teams had the opportunity to sign Cam Newton. We thought the Bears could have signed him. We thought the Jags could have signed him. We thought the Browns could have signed him. They all passed. And now New England has a chance to return to the playoffs because they picked up Cam Newton. So I think Cam Newton was a great signing for the New England Patriots. I think the Bills will struggle against the Patriots next season. I think replacing Brady with Newton was brilliant for the Patriots because it already gives them an X factor over the Dolphins, over the Jets, over the Bills. I think the Bills were really going to have to compete against the Patriots next year to try and win that division. And I think the Dolphins and Jets will also struggle against the Patriots. I mean, the Dolphins do play the Patriots week 1, and I do think Jarrett Stidham will get the start. So maybe they can sneak a win there. But overall, I think Cam Newton to the Patriots really establishes the Patriots as a playoff team. I don't know if they'll make it to the Super Bowl, but I think they will be a playoff team. If it's the division winners or if it's a wild card team, I think they will be okay this season and they will get back to the playoffs. So New England fans, it pains me to say this, but expect the Patriots to be back in the playoffs in 2020.
Now that you've reached the end of my video, I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe as it helps my channel out, and check out my other videos on my channel. Also, you can follow my Instagram, the link is in the description down below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, see ya.